Today we're going to take a look at the alleged cheating incident which led to this frosty handshake and confrontation between a player and referee. Lee Shuin is an English player from Fleetwood who first appeared in the PDC at Q School in 2016, where he picked up 8 wins across the 5 days, meaning that he finished 45th on the order of merit. Over the following few years, he was unsuccessful at Q School twice, and he played on the Challenge Tour, where he never made it past the last 32. His WDF breakthrough came in 2021, where he reached the quarter-final of the England Open. In the rest of that year, he reached 3 more WDF quarters, helping him to qualify for the World Championship at Lakeside, where he beat his close friend Jordan Brooks, before losing in a deciding set to defending champion Wayne Warren. In 2022, he made his debut on the Modus Super Series, and has since appeared in the series in 6 different weeks. He played in it last week and was drawn in Group B, meaning that he was set to play his group games on Thursday and Friday night. He was initially joined in the group by both Steve West and Dan Reed, and then Daniel Lee and Patrick Matt were added to make it 5 players. Shuin lost 4-2 to Patrick Matt in the first game, but then registered a 4-1 win over Dan Reed. In his third game of the evening, he was beaten in the deciding leg by Steve West. He faced Daniel Lee in his final game of the first night. Daniel, a qualifier through the ADC Vault Series, had lost 4-1 to West in his opening game, but then got sudden death wins over both Reed and Matt. The players shook hands ahead of the game, and then Lee went to throw his first 3 darts. He hit 81, following a first dart treble 20, and then immediately looked back at Shuin to suggest that he was putting him off. Shuin had been visibly fiddling with his darts, possibly making some noises, as Lee released his final dart. Referee Owen Binks then had a word with Shuin, probably telling him to stop making noises. This was a fairly long stoppage, as the players and referee had a conversation for almost 30 seconds, suggesting that Binks had also heard something. Towards the end of the first leg, Lee looked back at Shuin again, following a dart that hit the treble 18, suggesting more distractions. Lee won the first leg, and then could be seen saying something to Shuin as he walked back from the board. There was another glance back from Lee towards the end of the second leg. In the fourth leg, Shuin also seemed to accuse Lee of taking too long to take his darts out of the board, despite the fact they did not look too slow. Lee went on to win 4-1, and there was a very frosty handshake between the pair. Following the game, a seemingly rattled Shuin had a conversation with Binks. Following the game, Shuin posted a statement to Facebook. He said that he had played darts for over 20 years and had never once been called a cheat. He accused Binks of trying to make a name for himself and said that the referee said that he had been shouting when his opponents had been throwing all night. Shuin said that none of the players in the practice room said that he had been shouting. However, he admitted that he had accidentally clicked his flights together and promised he would never do it again. He was clearly very angry at Binks, as I had to remove some words and emojis from the statement. Around the same time, it was reported that Shuin was to be replaced by Danny Smith for the second half of Group B, meaning that he didn't play on Friday night. Whilst many felt this was due to the incident and his reaction, he stated that it was due to an ankle injury he sustained whilst getting out of the shower. In the game, Shuin clearly made some noise once, but was Lee oversensitive for the rest of the game? He had a similar incident in a game with Michael van der Horst earlier in the week. Let me know what you think in the comments below.